guessed how much people you're trying to be in people's faces this week.
Yeah. At the same time, not in like be out there too much or people be rejected. I'll be like, you guys are too much. Like, I've seen this everywhere, or you have done the same thing.
Do you think there is that thought process though? You feel like I've seen Smilez in like 3 episodes that you're asking to come on, and like, nah, he's already doing 2 other 3. I'm going a different avenue.
Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, I feel like the importance of doing that.
Yeah.
But I'd want you guys to have your own release date.
Yeah.
If like say for example you and Where's Your Head At or Charging the Game get the gist released on the same day, fucking be it.
Yeah, we all released on Wednesday. There's those 3 podcasts actually all released
on the same day, Wednesday. So I know Get the Gist will release on Wednesday, but then the guys like Motors Thursday. Like it's we're not really like.
No, we're not the same because I'll be honest. I saw you do the video when I saw you, and then I sent it to Deja. I was like, do you think it's smarter to release at the upper week? Yeah. Because like, when you gave me, that's why I asked you like, when is the album dropping? Because I was like, I don't want it to be
all on top of it.
Yeah.
For us, do you know what it is? Yeah. For us, it's more or less getting content. Like we want to use the snippets in every conversation. Clips, we've got a little clip, an idea what we want to do, and just kind of like we have a PR around.
I like that.
We have an idea.
I like that. I said that on the last pod. I like how people are taking as serious this aspect of podding. I'm sorry of making like music and creating content in general. Like again, 5 years ago, it was just you send us a link.
Snapchat.
We literally said that just for you guys.
I was like, that's not enough.
Just swipe up on my link.
That's how it was. Do you know what? I always believe like people need to connect with their fans, and just through music, sometimes an artist will paint this artistry in them to vocally like rap and whatever, and people are not really getting to see the inside. A lot of people will go into the studio and maybe auto-tune or whatever, and they're talking about different topics, but in podcasts, it's like that. Actually, you're getting to find out someone's favorite color or where they went for dinner yesterday, kind of thing. Conversation will come in, and then our fans really connect to those kind of things.
I said it to you on this podcast before. I said fame used to be about like distance, like your favorite movie star, actor, or whatever. You only saw them like on the red carpet when they released the movie. So you're like, Will Smith dropped a new movie, but you didn't really get to know the person. And with the emergence of like, let's say, to be honest, like reality TV, like with the Kardashians first, and when you start getting insight into people's lives, I know it's scripted reality, even like the Real Housewives and all of those shows. People start going towards reality TV. The social media took it up a notch. So now fame is more about proximity. It's like, if I feel like I know the person, I'm more willing to invest into what the person does or what they release in terms of artistry. So if you're an artist and you're not doing the media rounds or the promos or trying to engage with the fans, it's harder for you. It's not the same that it was where you're 50 Cent, you drop an album, your PR handles everything.
But you snippet. And we live in a 30-second era in this generation. So but you know, 30-second little clip, we'll just take.
You know what's crazy? I also think that's the reason why you can't get like a star like MJ anymore. Because like before you couldn't, he almost did no wrong because you don't see him at all. But like now you see Drake should be the biggest thing ever. But because you see him and people are like, oh, Drake's corny or this and that, because you actually kind of know him. Whereas before you just knew their music. The only time you see them is music video, concert, and that's it. But now you see Drake taking pictures, selfies, all this kind of shit. And some people just don't like it. Just rubs some people the wrong way. So I don't think you can have that level of people fainting when they see you anymore. Like,
and that's podcasters. Like we talk about our lives and we talk about everything that happens from week to week. We're here every week, so people get to feel about. I always wonder, like in terms of musicians, are they comfortable in this setting as well, or are they just comfortable letting you know about their lives through their music?
This is what I'm trying to find
out.
No,
it is. Yeah, I actually find podcasts way easier than one-on-one interviews. Yes. I feel like interviews more pressure. Like they're like just more serious. But podcasts are just more laid back and more myself. I could be more myself to get them.
I think that is the point, isn't it? Because there's times where like it's like, oh, we've had. Especially starting, we treated it more like an interview, and then we're kind of like, I don't like that format. Like that format feels very professional. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to come here.
I think it was you that I met in.
Yeah.
And you're like, bro, don't worry about it. Let's just have a conversation.
That was it. They just send us the music.
I was like, okay, so that makes sense.
And after you watched the jail, well, that was like the perfect example of what I wanted to be. Like we're talking about him trying to win his ex back, and then at the end we get into his music anyways. But yeah, well,
what's a wild boy though? JLO just saying.
It's okay to vape.
Ron, go his vape.
It's alright to vape. Yeah. No alarm.
Alarm right there.
Yeah. JLO's wild boy. How can you say I can get my expectations?
Do you rap about your situations in your music?
So what?
Do you rap about your situations in your music, misses, partners, or?
Yeah.
you get in trouble for that? I always ask everybody this.
A lot of the times, because obviously, like as a rapper, I'll be rapping about females and stuff. My girlfriend doesn't like that. You know what I mean?
You're not talking about her though. Are you talking about past experiences?
Past experience. That's what I'm talking about. Past experience.
Does she get less angry if the song's a banger?
If the song's about her.
If the song's a banger.
If the song's a banger, does she get less angry?
No, she's even more angry. Bro. Like, what?
Because it's not viral.
Get me?
I always say it on the pod. I was like, there's certain stories that I'm not comfortable telling on the pod because even though I'm okay sharing, I'm okay talking about it. I don't know if my missus is okay with the world knowing about the situation. So, but I get it. Probably when you're being an artist is different because when you're in your bag and you're in that mindset and you're writing, you're kind of like,
but that
this flows right. It's coming
kind
in.
of like stop you kind of being your fullest artistry.
It does. Well,
so how do you get around?
It depends on the person. If you're a strong-minded person, you won't let anyone tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And your partner, if they really don't understand, it's just a craft. Like,
see, you say that, yeah. Like I get that, but when we had Don on the pod as well, I said like he's a very honest person, and I condemn to like fair play to him. But I said it to him on the pod. I'm like, do you think sometimes it's a bit too honest or you go too far? And he's like, look, she knows the gig. She knows what I do. She knows the situation.
Dongo takes the piss. He takes the piss.
Because I'm always looking at that. I was like, you're rapping about a life that you've lived, but then it's now you're sharing a life with your missus.
Yeah.
It still affects her in a certain way. So isn't there like...
But I think there needs to be a balance. I think Dongo does it right in a sense of he posts his girl and it's like he shows that he's his family guy, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then he also lets the world know, this is entertainment purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
So
but
does he get leeway
for musicians, I'm like, is it for entertainment purposes or are you like giving your therapy through you're using the music as a way to talk about the situation? I don't know.
He meant that shit. Like he really means that shit.
Like, he looks at you and says, yo.
Like if you say something like I can win my ex back in a song and your girl versus looking at you, you can't be like, it's only for entertainment.
I'm just kidding.
Like what bar got you in trouble?
Irish girls. I mentioned 545 brown and nice. My girlfriend is white, so I mentioned a brown. I mentioned a black girl. She's like, yo,
from Sierra Leone.
Yeah, from Sierra Leone. You get me?
She played that a couple times. She sent it to her group chat. That's not about me.
That's not about me. She's looking at us like, yo.
How do you even get out of that? You just said it like, yo, babes, it's like, it is what it is.
Look, I was making it rhyme. That's it.
I just say it flows naturally. It just came in my head. I was like, yo, I just put it down.
Because I had a friend also, he made a song called Brown Skin Girl. Again, his face was white. I had to pull him up. I was like,
oh shit.
What your brain thinks about this? It's just the earth, isn't it? But yeah, well, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm born in Ireland, but my family's from Angola.
Oh, from Angola. Yeah. Oh, just Angola. And you were in Barcelona then?
I'm born in Ireland, yeah.
Like whereabouts? Like Dublin or?
Dublin, yeah.
Oh,
Tala,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, you're from Tala as well.
Yeah,
Jeez, that's the Council Estate Dreams.
Yeah, Council Estate.
Council Baby.
It's a theme, ongoing theme.
Council Baby, that's me and Joe Vinci from the same area. He lives
Brooker.
20 seconds away from me.
So Brooker's just keep producing the talent.
Fam, Brooker's got some talent,
It might be, it started from Air Squad, It might be the hub for talent in Ireland. But how was
we're from Mike William, just cross road from Brookview.
Okay, and
This your neighbours.
So let's even do the intro so they can introduce themselves. Because people are wondering. Anyways, we are Charge It to the Game. We are the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs. I'm Uncle Jay, but you mans can call me Jordan. I'm here with...
It's your girl's favorite voice, Big Dej, nigga with the Midas touch.
That sounds like a rap, bro. That's
every week, though.
We do that. You know when you do so much.
They got impressed because they said, this thing's not biased. He thought it was only rapper in the room. Introduce yourself, man. Introduce who we got in the building today.
Hajji DBN. A lot of people know me by. Run DBN Music Group. Basics back. That's it, really.
Yeah. And
the boy Smilez, also known as Samson.
Samson?
Yeah, that's my real name.
That's his real name.
Yeah. Why did you sound so shocked? He's like Samson.
No, because a lot of rappers don't give away their government, innit? That's what they say. They just give away. So I'm surprised they said it's government. But what you do in the
I run DBM Music Group for the last 5 years since the new wave of the Irish hip hop, should I say.
I always wonder though, sorry to cut you off, I always wonder what makes people want to do the management side rather than be like, I want to be the talent. Because what makes you be like, I'm going to be behind the scenes.
But you realise you don't have the talent.
But you want to be in the game.
You know what it is? For me, it's more business, you know what I mean? Like education, like business side of things, college, university, like just kind of like being around the business
brain
aspect side of things. And I can see what the artist needs before they even go do it. And I feel like, I'm not saying I'm blessed in any way, but I kind of see the vision and I love the creativity, I love the craft. So if I can't do it, then I at least I can hold somebody and be like, yo, this is how you're gonna paint it. This is how we're gonna push you. This is how we're gonna do it. This is how we're gonna achieve. And if to do what we're gonna do to get you out of the States, then this is what we're gonna do, innit?
It's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, how did the partnership start? Like, how'd you?
I went to school with his little brother.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I started making music around these times, but he was only managing Dubzino. And I wanted to make a song with Dubzino. But I was with, I don't know if you heard of Callum Pepper. I have a song with him, Callum Pepper. He wanted to feature with Dubzino, and he was managing Dubzino at the time. It's actually funny because the first time I hit up Dubzino, he was asking me for a price. He was like, "Yo, what's your budget and stuff?" I was like, "Wait, what?"
I didn't know who you were, innit? So it was like, Dubzino was like, this person has released music, big buzz. Everybody's like messaging Instagram, blah blah blah. And I was like, these kids are just. Who are they? Like, do you know what I mean?
Trust me, that's how I feel like more so now, especially that we're doing this. Like you're saying, like we're saying off pod, it's like an ecosystem is being created. So I'm trying to familiar myself with musicians, and musicians are trying to familiar myself with us. So you'll have the same mindset. People will ask you, "Oh, I have a rapper that wants to come on." You're like,
I don't know
who is this that you're trying to get on?
Not that I don't want to help you, but it benefit me.
You have to show your work first. You can't just put somebody on without them putting their work first.
So it just went from there, really, innit? Like, obviously, he graduated with my little brother. I went to my brother's graduation, and then he started doing the music thing. And then I was like, look, these guys have actually got a buzz. They're from the same area. Why not just help them out? But at the time, I wasn't even calling myself a manager. I was just helping my guy out. And then it just formed. I was like, look, let me take this serious on the business side of things. Set up a company, registered, blah, blah, blah. And it just went from there. The rest is history, really, innit?
And then now your first project, because we were listening to I heard Irish Girl, I heard Egyptian before you got here. We're playing on the car. So was this your first actual like EP or what you guys call these? Like
it's a mixtape I'm dropping.
Mixtape. What's the difference?
There's EPs, there's albums, there's mixtapes.
Yeah, I don't understand this. What's the difference?
EPs are usually shorter.
Yeah,
but mixtapes and albums these days, they're
pretty much the same.
Same thing.
But a lot of people are scared to say album because album is like the top notch thing. So they'll say, okay, it's nearly there, but it's not, so I'll call it mixtape.
Is that what you're doing as well?
Mixtape. But next one, like definitely.
Next one is an album.
Okay. But I dropped an EP back in 2020 also.
During the pandemic.
Yeah.
Just right before that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that was like
our closed down. Yeah.
Dropped singles, we got a buzz, and he took his solo project. We're like, look, release a body of work. We did EGOT project, did very well, did 500,000 streams, and then like millions of views on YouTube. And then we're like, look, we do that. Then things went wrong. Everything went downhill in his life, personal life. Took a notch back. We went separate ways for a bit, for like a year. Came back, and then it was like, look, if you want to do this, you're gonna have to do this shit right. But we're gonna come with a big body of work and show what has been happening the last 2 years, really, now.
And that kind of breakup when you said, sorry, were you
No, go ahead.
Sorry, that kind of breakup when you say you went away separate ways for a year. Is that like intention? You have a conversation, or is it just gradually? Because it's obviously it's your own business. So when you're going away for a year and you have constant communication, what was that like to be like, look, my man, I can't help you, or my man, I don't need your help?
You know, sometimes everyone, when they have success, they also have downfalls. You know, and you have so much success coming up at you at one go. It's too much to deal with, and as a young guy from a normal neighborhood, like it's a lot to take in at one go. Like you could take in, for example, he wasn't even able to go to like the Square Shopping Centre while load of flock of kids.
Literally, did you know that tweet? I can't go to Tesco. He actually couldn't go to Tesco. He lived that life. I hear it. But yeah, sorry.
You go to JD, for example, without a load of people fucking following you, and it's just so much. Instagram, social media is just too much.
And Smile, I actually want to talk about you because you went through that. What's that like when you just go like, look, I'm creating music, I'm having fun doing this, and then you're getting that attention. Obviously, then your mental probably affected, your personal life is affected. What's that like when you have that buzz?
At the start, I was thinking like people are weird. I was thinking like, why are people even like liking me? Like, why did they even
Imposter
rate me?
syndrome.
Like, I found it very weird. I just wasn't used to it. Then afterwards, just the buzz. Like, it's normal to me. You know what I mean?
I hear it because you said you obviously went through stuff in your personal life and you had to take a step back. Was that because of the success of the music, or was it just?
No, there was a time I was just going through stuff with my family, also my mom and stuff. My mental health wasn't right, so I just took a break. You know what I mean? I was homeless for a while, so I had to take a break.
And just for like a whole year,
a year and a half.
It gets to a point where you have to be like, I have to
handle shit,
make amends. Do you remember like the moment what that was like, or what you did?
It was horrible because as I was going through that, I still have my fans, so. Like I was down bad, like barely any money in my pockets. So I had to be taking buses from this place to that place, and I'm seeing my fans on the bus. My fans are saying to me like, "Yo, Smilez, why are you on the bus?" Do you get me? It makes me feel shit as an artist because they feel like
because you got a million views.
They think you're rich now.
Yeah.
But they don't know there's a lot of personal shit still there.
And I couldn't break it down to the fans like, yo, I'm just going through shit. Don't talk to me right now. So there's times where I was just in a very dark place. So.
You're just kind of sitting at home, and when you're in that, you have a good support system and a good group of people to be like, look, this is the place I am in life. Because I know Deji on this podcast has talked about himself going through like a hard time or feeling like he was going through a depressive state. Yeah. Do you have a good support group that you're like, you know what, that those people actually helping through that time, that kind of situation?
Yeah, Hajji, even with anything, I just went to Hajji to tell him my problems. Like, just hit him up. Also one day.
I like that because it's like this, literally yesterday I did a thing on my Twitter page as I saved like having good male friendships, and the thing is like people think that we have a lot like surface level friendships that we'll have a good night out, we'll go smoke a joint or we'll have drinks, but we don't have these conversations, but they don't understand. So when I do see guys are saying that like, oh yeah, I actually went to my boy and I was in a depressive state and I actually had to talk, because your fans need to see this as well. They need to see that like, look, you guys are seeing the million views, but there was times where it was deep, it was dark for me, and I had a boys to talk to, because they also need to be like, yo, Dej, I'm going through this, I need to talk to you. That's also calm, you know that kind of thing?
What's cool? How do you deal with the pressure of like, you know that, like you said, you're going through shit. Yeah. You're just trying to get the bus somewhere. And someone's like looking at you like, what are you doing here? Yeah. Like, do you still feel that pressure? And how do you get over of like not having to feel like you have to play the part of being the rapper, the guy?
No, it is. I just tell myself like, it's not like I shouldn't be ashamed that I'm still in the same position. Like I tell my fans, like, yo, let me fix this. I'm not making this music to act as if I'm gone clear or act as if I'm a celebrity. I'm letting you guys know, like, yeah, we're all from the council estate dream. We're all in the same area, same estate. I want to keep grinding until I make it out. I might be suffering. I don't have much now, but this music is going to take me to that place.
And you feel...
So that helps me.
Where do you feel like you are now in the career, though? In terms of, like, the music and the...
Oh, my takeoff point. Breaking point.
Your
like,
breaking point.
Like, are you like... Because what you come across is like you're just proper quiet person, reserved.
Yeah.
Might be the guy that doesn't really talk much, just in the corner looking at everything. Is that you? Yeah,
that's me.
So 100%. how then do you deal with... Now it's like your face has to be out there. You have to go out there. You have to do photo shoots. You have to get in front of the camera. Be
you're doing the media role, like you're saying. You're telling us before. You're this. We have to go do this. We have to go do that. Is that sometimes like I don't enjoy this aspect of it.
I hate it. I don't know. Like that.
No, I 100% hear it.
It's all low for everybody here.
I know. It's not personal. I know it's not personal.
I just like keep it to myself. I don't like really like talking too much, and unless it's time to be talked.
See, Dej says that as well, but it's like a catch-22. Dej is like, the podcast is in direct conflict of who I am as a person, because I like to be reserved. I like staying in my corner. I don't like to be known out there. But because we do the podcast, you have to be here every week. You have to you have to go to listening. No, you don't have to, but like, it's better off. You have to acclimate yourself within the ecosystem. Yeah. So it's kind of what you're saying, because of what you like doing, which is music. Yeah. There's certain aspects you're not gonna like doing that's gonna enhance the music, and that's the media run.
It shows how bad you want it, because I'm getting it done regardless. So it shows that I'm hungry for it. You know what I mean? But I don't like doing it. But
he just knows it's the process. We've got a rollout plan. I put in the spreadsheet. I'm like, yo, this is the date.
So he just shows up.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah, literally.
I'm like, bro, don't give me no excuse that you didn't know the time, you didn't know what you're doing, or you had something booked. Here's the schedule for a month in advance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is that your style of management to be like? Because I guess people always say you manage different people different ways, and you're like, we're here. Maybe you're kind of like, look, this is what you're doing. This was
5 years I managed him.
Okay.
So the person he was when he was 17, he's not the person he is now. So I've learned him inside out. I know what's his flaws. I know what is his weakness. I'll have to remind him the night before that, yo, just to remind us that tomorrow's this, because he has a habit of forgetting. Not that as a manager I need to be aware of that. I need to stay in tune. I need to text him an hour before, like not texting you half an hour before, yo, we're about to leave. Oh shit, I'm not ready, because I know he won't be ready. So if I do that an hour before and I get some kind of communication with him, it's like, you have no excuse to tell me you weren't ready.
What the hell was that?
Keep that in the clip. That sounded nice as you just said that.
How'd you get into rapping?
I've been rapping years. Like since I was a kid, just been rapping like Lil Wayne freestyles and shit.
Yeah, same.
No ways to go.
Yeah, no, karaoke. I just put on the karaoke. Just make. Then out of nowhere, I just made up my own lyrics.
Yeah,
that video webcam.
Yeah, on webcam. I made it on a webcam on my little laptop. You know what I mean?
He's like 8 or so. You know what webcam had the webcam?
Yeah. I brought my laptop. I even brought my laptop to the park outside. I was bringing it like that everywhere just to see.
Selfies with the laptop is crazy.
Yeah.
But you knew back in the days, yeah, the girls that had the webcam selfies on the little MSN,
they were popping, bro.
You said MSN, bro.
Back in MSN.
I still use Hotmail, you know that? My email's still a Hotmail.
I still have my Hotmail as well.
Back then, when they had the little picture, you knew, and then they had the little like side frames and do the little kiss part.
And you save your emojis and shit and carry on.
Oh, you're still waiting for them to pop out online. You say, I'll give it 5 minutes. That was
What was it that you could nudge them in it?
You can nudge them.
Can you, yeah?
It used to be so annoying when the wrong girl is nudging you. You look back at your screen, you're like, why are you nudging me, man?
That's it. Appears offline.
And then you wait till the one that you want to appear online, and then you say, I'll wait 5 minutes and you appear online again.
Just in case you didn't know it's the first time I'm online.
Did you guys use Bebo?
Of course we did.
Come on.
The skins of
Big
the
tall
house.
stop, man.
One girl finessed me, man. She was taking my loves every day.
My girlfriend at the time used to log into my account and take my love every day.
I was getting
What's your love?
So you have you can
wait, hold on.
That generation.
I'm 21.
you don't know people.
He's 21.
Crazy.
It would have been us. He would have just gone for the Facebook era.
Crazy.
Oh, he said, what's a love?
What's a love?
They shared a love that you get 3 loves.
No,
a
you
day.
used to get one. It started off
Initially
at
it was
one,
one,
and
yeah.
then they changed this to 3.
Trade,
Yeah.
And then you change your skin. I had this nice Tyler skin. It was sick, bro.
I know you meant
some of that skin. And then you can put the YouTube box in.
Yeah,
and then
box
you
your
got
favorite
down
music.
someone's, page, the music.
This
and
is
then
so
play.
foreign to me.
And then your blog, you could copy like best shit. You know, people be like 100% gangsta is loaded inside. Oh no! Remember, you can have an other half as well. So the other half, your profiles are linked
together.
And then you had
stop,
the top
man.
16.
Top 16.
So
Oh,
if you had seen a girl, she would have been number 1 in your top 16.
Yeah.
If she
And
moves
everybody
down,
would know.
everybody knows you're not seeing anything anymore.
And then remember, they had the pages with the arrows like best friend.
It's like literally, it's like the modern day version. Not modern day. I'm saying modern day version. Today's version of that is like when a couple are together and all of a sudden all the couple pictures goes from the Instagram. You're like, yeah. So there's
You know,
something
I actually
happening
saw that. I saw that recently. There's one girl. I was like, I saw you were with. I remember.
what happens is you start seeing more stories from that girl. You're like, you don't really post this much. Let me go see the page. Where's my man?
No, what's what? Funnily enough, yeah. A couple days later, you know this new thing of soft launching your man or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
That's how you know. Like they'll just have. Last week there was a different guy. This week I'm just seeing toenail on the table at dinner. It's like, who's this new guy?
no,
Who's the new one?
Bebo's crazy. BBM.
Nah, I didn't have a BlackBerry, man.
I'm still not around these times, bro. I'm lost.
Wait. What's the first phone you ever owned?
iPhone.
I think it was a BlackBerry. I had a BlackBerry.
But you didn't have BBL on the
That's
BlackBerry.
crazy for a first phone, you know.
A BlackBerry. I was using a
What did
BlackBerry.
you-
But it wasn't my phone. It was my mom's. So I don't think I even had my own phone when I was young like that.
During your teenage years, yeah, Paddy's Day, what did you do?
Bro,
I know that's what we did.
time was piping, bro.
Yeah, still. Okay.
I think town is always going to be.
Did you guys have a Summerfest? The church would do a Summerfest and you man's late town,
Benny's
Benny's
town.
town. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you man's have
memories.
Summerfest?
Nah.
Damn.
Damn.
I remember I was getting.
I remember that was the hottest thing, you know.
Oh, bro, that was
The whole beach was full
Fala
of.
boys would go with red skinny jeans. Blast boys would go with blue skinny jeans. And then you know everybody's repping their areas, repping their coats.
Everybody separated.
Yeah.
No,
They
corner.
we separated, yeah. Everybody's there. You'll see them standing there in that corner,
It's
sitting in that
like
corner.
the tosser snapback days.
Oh,
Kind of-
stop.
And then the big boys will pull up
That's
with
the
the
swag
big
era.
whips.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was vexed those days on.
and all the,
We were
all
getting to
the-
the train, the buses.
all the girls are going over there now. You're like, well, man, you were
Yeah.
talking to me 5 minutes ago,
You know,
man.
and the worst thing, you're chatting to someone and then auntie's calling you to leave.
That's how I go, because we came with an auntie.
You don't do that no more. don't you?
Nah, man.
Those days were fun though.
Nah,
I'm
you
not
guys,
gonna
you're
let you.
21 years old.
21, yeah. I only went 21 in April.
And so does that mean you're recent? Because you said you went to a brother's graduation. Was it?
Yeah.
2-3 years ago, graduated, and yeah.
Oh, and then that's when you kind of said, I'm going to take the music seriously.
Sure.
How does that fly at home? Because coming to, I'm Congolese, I'm going to like neighboring countries. How does that fly at home when you're like, this is it now?
My mom doesn't fuck with it.
Still today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she's a bit more supportive now because she's seeing like all the views, all the shit that's been going on. But at the start, like she has her cousin over in Angola as well that's making music, and he don't fuck all with his music. Like he didn't make it all. Like he's just on the streets just rapping like it's rubbish. So she's thinking I'm gonna fall out like him. You know what I mean? So she doesn't want me to go that direction.
Nah, I
I
hear
think
that.
African parents, like even when we kind of grow up, if you told our parents, "Oh, I'm gonna get into rap," and they'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
It's like be a doctor, be a solicitor, do this, go to college. Never fuck with it. A lot of us, as I'm a father myself. If my kid said I want to get in the creative field, I'll support that. If it's YouTube and if it's this, because I see the goals. I've met people that have made a living out of these kind of stuff. So.
But
Different
do you
Yeah,
understand
but
the
they
differences?
haven't seen it though.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's
Do you
what
understand
I'm
the difference is they didn't see it, and they
Now
came.
they're starting to see it,
Yeah, they came in his experience. She saw the reverse. She saw a bad example, so she's even like more like, don't
scared,
do
worried.
this because
Yeah.
I've seen how this can turn out. And like I always say, it's like they also came here. They didn't have an ecosystem of creatives. It's not possible. They just saw like, I'm coming here, I'm working these jobs, trying to put you to school, trying to make sure you have good, and you tell me you want to rap. Well, you tell me you want to better go get this degree and get this job.
But you know when that flips, it always flips when they see you in a place that they rate. So when they see you on TV or in like a show that they watch or something,
we
that's
have
when
something. We're doing something in the square shops, and we've got like the 2 big massive screens. So the album's gonna be on it. So he's like, bro, the day I'm gonna bring my mom here. Yeah, I'm just gonna let.
I'm gonna take a shop in here. Let's go.
That, you know what? That's gonna be the day when she's like, oh, you know what? My son's a musician. Bam, get ready to do photo shoot that day. She's gonna send it to everyone on WhatsApp.
That's gonna be a WhatsApp status.
Facts.
It's gonna pop off. They're gonna be thinking, "Rah, my son's gone."
It's gonna start asking you when you buy me a car. When you take me as your host.
Is it only my mom or is it everyone's mom that like WhatsApp is like their social media?
Bro, my mom's always on WhatsApp as well.
My mom posts all. My mom uses WhatsApp like it's Instagram.
She
be posting all her
stories now.
Yeah. Literally. Oh, you know what? My mom throws shade where her posts. People will say she'll throw.
I don't mind mom, but I know that one of the church aunties, she does that. So just put a cryptic message. I'm like, who's this about?
And the day I learned, it was through COVID when I learned. I was like, shit, you're watching too much WhatsApp messages.
Oh, yes.
Just keep it that way.
All the remedies of the, dude,
my mom used to forward that shit to me. I was like, Mom, stop sending that to me.
Sometimes when they forward to me, I see it. I'm not. There's nothing I'm gonna do about this,
but you know what's crazy? They forward some crazy shit as well. Like they'll be forwarding some getting fucking beaten up. With this, that.
Yeah. To look what's happening in your country.
See where that trend of the forward.
My mom was recently on TikTok though. Because she commented on one of my posts, one of the clips that I posted recently. I was like. I was looking at her. I was like, I got the screenshot. I was like, "Is this you?" She's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. One time, my mom commented. During screenshot, I was like, "Is that your mom?"
But see, it's like because it's easier for them to support because except DJ and I, we did the educational route. We did that route already. So they're like, you know what? You guys have that in your bag. You have it in your back pocket. So for them now, it's like, oh, do your podcast or do whatever it is.
Do you think you do the educational route? Obviously, you do it for yourself for your better living, blah blah. But it's like just to shut them up in a sense. It's like, I've done what you've requested me to do, but
a little bit, yes.
Do what I enjoy doing.
A little bit, yes. And the thing is, I've said it loads of times. What I enjoyed is sports, and I enjoyed even when I wanted to go to college, I wanted to go like physiotherapy or whatever. But the points were high. The points were 500. Yeah, points were high. I didn't have the facilities for that, so I always wanted to do something within sports, or like even if it wasn't to play. Like you're doing management now within the creative. You find a way to get in.
I started doing sports myself. I ended up going to America.
Okay.
Play football scholarship. I wanted to do the exact same physiotherapy.
Yeah.
Couldn't get in, bro.
The points were high. Well, yeah. So then after that, I transitioned. I was like, you know what? I need to make a good living, and I went to uni. I did that, and I was like, look, I have this now. And again, the creative side that we do now, I kind of stumbled upon.
If you had a kid and didn't want to take that educational route that you did, and wanted to be in the creative field, or maybe was good in a certain sport, would you invest 100%?
Yeah,
I could.
But you got like a year. You got a year to show me what you got.
Show me something. That's what I always tell my wife. I'm like, if they're 17. But 17 to 19, not really. They can still go to college. Like after 19, it's like because you finish leaving cert at you finish leaving cert at 17. So if you take 2 years out to do some creative and to put your mind into it, if you're 19, 2 years, I'm like it didn't work out. We've given you 2 years and we supported you for 2 years. Now go do this route. At 17, I'm like. By all means, but it's not me that would need to convince him. It's my wife. It's like, those kids will have to convince their mom. Maybe like, look, if they're 17 and that's what you're saying, you're a dad yourself. What do you do?
I've got two. I've got a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old.
Yeah, and so what if they want to go to creative?
Yeah, creative. I want to be a creative. I don't want to go to college, Dad.
Yeah. I understand the value of education.
Yeah.
I'd still support them in the creative field because I understand the value that it can kind of enhance their creativity mind to go into education as well at the end. I don't know, I'll see when it gets to that point, innit? I don't have a decision. What would you do?
What you do?
Oh, I told you. You have a year. Show me what you got.
A year?
No, because
a year goes quick.
But when I say show me what you got, I'm not telling you to make it in the year. I just want to see progress.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like if you're saying you want to be a rapper or whatever, right? And you told me that whole year you haven't found a way to go to an open mic or something or get on stage.
Yeah.
Or you haven't released one song, bro. You know what?
You're not serious. You're not. Yeah. That's,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I give you a year to be serious and do what you need to do. Like, I just need to see that there's
Would you invest
growth.
in them?
Yeah, I would invest. Within that year, you have my 100% support.
Okay.
After that year,
What if at the end of the year it's like about to take off and it needs another year?
You don't.
but if it's about to take off, I can see that you're going somewhere. I just don't want, like, because the thing is, right, people have these like side hustles and shit, right, and they want to leave their job. But if you're not doing the most you can before you leave your job, do you know how easy it is to not have to wake up? Like, remember I told you I quit my job to start a company, and the next day you don't have to wake up. You can just sleep in all day, and then you can kind of get into a lull of just sleeping in.
Just to be your own boss eventually.
Yeah. Because even Kevin Hart, like, he said when he wanted to do the comedian thing and he wanted to take it serious, his mom paid his rent for the year. His mom was like, "I'll pay your rent for the year. You go do this comedian thing that you're doing." Obviously, now it's one of the biggest comedian superstars that we've ever seen. Yeah. She said, "I'll pay your rent for a year. You go do this," because he was telling a story about like how she wouldn't pay his rent, and she kept telling him, "Go read your Bible," and then he opened the Bible, and then the money was in the Bible. Yeah, so
that's sick.
yeah, because he kept fighting her.
Whenever you're in trouble, go read the Bible. You never read the Bible.
You never read the Bible.
He just read the Bible. Goes, you haven't read the Bible. That's right. The day you open the Bible, you see money.
Because he was vexed at his mom. He's like, "Mom, they're gonna evict me. They're gonna kick me out the house. Where's this money that you said you're gonna support me?" And the mom's like, "Just read your Bible, and the answers will come." Then he said, "You know what? Let me just open this Bible and see what this woman is talking about." Open the Bible, the money was there. So yeah, it would in that kind of situation. If I had the facilities, I could support you for a year and be like, "You have a year," but like you're saying, if I see progress, if I see like, okay, within that year you got a million views. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Like, especially if they like. At 17 to 19, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They're not really like you can make up
It's a
those
good
years.
topic, you know.
You can make-
Like,
you
what's
can make up
one
those
year
years.
contract with possible of extension?
Extension, yeah. But as an artist here, because you've had the friction with your mom about it. What would you do in that situation? You have a kid now. The kid's like, "I want to be an artist," because you also understand how hard it is, how difficult it is.
No, I definitely push him because I know what I felt like when my mom didn't want to support me. So I definitely push my son or daughter.
Yeah,
He has to have the right resources as well. Because I know there's a lot of artists out there that want to be artists, and then when you look at the team or the reach or the people that are around them to get them to where they are, it's not realistic. So if you're not in the right environments of kind of like being there, then I know you're wasting your time.
isn't it different for you because you are in the environment? So if your kid wanted to do, you have connections already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the question is, what if your son comes to you, "I want to be a rapper," and you kind of look at him like, "Bro, you can't rap."
What if he has dead
What if
bars?
he wasn't good at
Yeah,
rapping?
like
what
he's just not
what
good.
did he say to him?
Yeah.
But hey, Joe Vinci said he learned to rap.
Yeah,
Joe
but-
said Joe's decent now, so he said he was just like, so he just had to learn,
progress,
like again,
It's like everything though, innit? It's like
She's like Lil Durk, because Lil Durk wasn't the best, bro.
See?
Lil Durk, no.
Some people, not everybody's gonna be a natural. Some people can like. There's some rappers that we've heard like Kendrick. I know Kendrick could have rapped since he was 12 years old. I don't know Kendrick since he was 12 years old, but when I hear him, it just sounds so natural to Kendrick.
Yeah.
I'm like, he probably could have done this since he was 11.
But some people are born with it.
That's what I'm
naturally,
saying.
do you get what I'm saying? But some people like I still feel like the likes of like Lil Durk and even Joe they're talented. For them to achieve their talent, they had to put a lot more work in to get there. But they're still talented. But then there's some people that like, I put my hands up. I can't rap. there's no amount of practice they give me for me to rap.
If I was like rich, yeah, I'm releasing a song.
Why not, bro? Like,
If I had money, if
you have money, you can release a song right now.
Yeah, but I don't have fuck you money. I'm too insecure to release a song right now.
Yeah, but look, but you know what? Yeah,
right now.
like if you think about it, like you've almost completed life. You got married, you got your college degree, you got a job, you got a house.
Do you know how Charlemagne did a song with Black Men Don't Cheat?
Yeah.
With what's his name, the little short guy,
Lil
Lil
Duval.
Duval. I need to be on like that level that if I do a rap song, it doesn't really matter. I already have things partying in the other side of my career. People then can't judge me for the rap side. It's like he's only having fun. I can only do it for fun. I
They'll
can't
judge
do
you
it.
anyways.
Yeah. But that's like if I had like fuck you money and I just wanted to do hobbies, because I remember I was listening to a podcast. It was all girls. They said, "The thing about being with a man is they could just wake up at 40 and still want to relive their dream of being a rapper." And I'm like, I hear it because I wonder.
True,
Some days I'm like, I could buy niggas off.
You know, one song they leave the beat on for too long, you start writing in your head.
I'll be in my car and I'm saying, "Your bars are dead." I was like, I can do this, man. I can do this. But you're in management. You probably get approached, yeah? If the rapper's dead or you don't think they're good, let's not say dead. You don't think they're good. Do you have that chat? You say, "Yo, bro, this is not for you, bro."
I'll be in the studio a lot, pretty much every single day with Slick, and I'd see artists come in and out. And we had an artist the other day with a patois accent, and he's good at doing what he's doing, but I'm like, bro, It's not bad. I can't tell them it's bad. I don't know how to do that. But I find a way of saying it. So, bro, look at the market you're in. Irish listeners, how are you going to market that song? Is there a market or community of people that listen to that? Is it going to get out? And then they start rethinking, like, yo, shit, you're actually right about that. So if you give them different perspective of seeing and it becomes realistic, like, shit, maybe it's not here. Maybe I need to do this, record and do my work here, but release it in that kind of, whatever.
It's like, it's the candy and the medicine, isn't it? Because a lot of people will be like, yo, it's just how you word it and how you say it. Because some people,
especially with, like, if you've got credibility and a lot of people look up to you in the sense of you're the go-to guy to get my music out or what to do with my music next, and you kind of slap them down. It's like, no, you don't want to do that.
Okay, obviously, Smilez is like,
I'd rather be told out straight. Like, if my music is shit, just tell me it's shit. If it's good, it's
yeah,
good.
but I can do that with us.
That's what I was about to say.
Like, we'll say, like, we've got a whole project, and then we've got a folder full of like another 30 songs, and a lot of them are good, a lot of them are bad, and a lot we had to take out. Like, no, that's shit. Like, literally, because I know
sometimes the truth hurts, but
because I was gonna ask, like, Smilez, have you had a song that you were like, yo, this song hits, and then he listens to, he's like, nah, that ain't it. Yo.
That's a bit of them songs. Like a few Joe songs they didn't like. I just like, I'm not feeling that, bro.
Why wouldn't you feel it?
I don't know, bro. It just doesn't represent him.
Oh, okay. Do you think sometimes it's because you're also out close, you're like within it, you're not looking from the outside, you're looking from within, you're like, it doesn't reflect him as a person because you know the person. But maybe for us, the consumers, we don't know different. We don't know better.
Consumers don't know, and they probably like that.
Yeah.
And it sounds great, but
yeah.
I'm thinking, I always think business.
Okay.
I always think market is companies going to come in and endorse that kind of shit. Like, I think that far. Yeah. So if that's the brand you're trying to build, there's going to be doors that are going to be so hard for me to open for you. Okay. So go to this lane, but you can still do that bit of crud, but stay in this lane.
But do you feel like that then, what's called? It's not that you're putting the business before the music. Do you feel like that hinders a potential, like you know, some things that popped aren't meant to pop. Yeah. Like some things that it's just like, I don't know, we just love it and the streets love it and everything, and then it kind of just gets you to that next level even though it wasn't meant to pop. Yeah. Do you feel like you might be hindering one of those?
You could be right. I'm not gonna lie. But we, like, in this project, we've got a mix of a bit of everything. Like, at the start, it's a lot of pain, a lot of like, yo, this is what I've been through, this is what's happening in my community, this is what's happening. And then in the middle of the project, it's just like, this is the funness that we have. It's like little melodies,
the aftermath, after all the struggle.
And then it closes off again. So we've got a bit of a mix. So we kind of like, so let's do a body of work and see what the fans really want.
Yeah.
And if this is, we'll look at the numbers and so on and so forth, the fan base and what they grow into, and then we'll target, if we're going to go to the album level or record label level, this is probably what we're going to kind of concentrate in. So do I hinder it? I might, but at the end of the day, he's the artistry. All I can give him is the resources and the platform
and
to,
the opinion,
to be an artist and let him be the artist and redirect him and give him kind of options, but not be the option.
No, I was going to ask Smilez, like, is there a point that he tells you a song like, I don't this is it, but you're like, nah, bro? Is there that kind of disagreement between the two?
What's the final say?
Yeah, like, and how do you handle that?
Well, I'll ask you after the final second. I'm the artist that made the song, so we actually do go back and forth. We end up solving at the end of the day, like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's easier than.
But I think you need to listen to it like three. After you listen to it like 3 times, you end up liking it anyways. You just listen from the get go sometimes.
Yeah, because sometimes I don't know, but I could like hype a song or something, even an episode to Dej, like, yo, Dej, this is cold. So he's going with it with like, this is fire. Yeah. And when it doesn't meet whatever he thought fire was in his first time, he'd be like, that's not fire. But then he listened to it a couple of times, like, actually, it is good, but just because I hyped it so much for him to be like, there's even TV shows there was like saying like, yo, people were like, watch this show's so good. And you're watching the first episode, you're like, well, why are they hyping this? But then when you keep watching it, like, that's why they're hyping
That's like Breaking Bad and Ozark, for sure.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, like, I don't like recommending Breaking Bad to people because it's like, it takes so long to get into it. I'm like, when it finally pops, it pops. But for you to get there, it takes long.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this project, So what's it called?
Council Estate Dreams.
Council Estate Dreams.
Do you know, it's like I'm seeing a reoccurring theme. Like, once it's a coincidence, maybe keeps happening. But that talent side keeps like, they're producing quite a bit of talent. Just like in the podcast, and you have KD, you have Dongo, and then you have Joe, you have Council Estate Dreams. And then even Air Squad came from there. So why the title Council Estate Dreams?
Also, I live in a council estate, McWilliam. You know what I mean? And I feel like every young fella from a council estate has a dream to make it out. So that's what I'm kind of explaining in the EP, like my dreams, my struggle and whatever.
And what was that like for you, your experience living in a council estate?
it's fun. Like you come across some fun, like some new people. Like obviously, there's a lot of families that are broken down due to the drugs and stuff. And
Yeah.
but also you come across some nice people. Like.
Yeah, and it's just some people is victim of circumstance. That's like they didn't choose to be in this situation, but it's kind of just happened. And my thing is, like, what are you trying to achieve for the people with this first project? What, like, when they listen to it, what you want them to take out of it? Like,
Just trying to motivate them, like just change them, like literally.
yeah,
Well, like while you were like, how many songs is it first of all?
14.
14 songs.
Yeah,
Jeez, that's a
14.
good.
I
That's
had
a,
16, but I took 2 out.
why? Why those two?
We're trying to pick the best body of art. Like we need the best tracks on the mixtape. I don't want to mess anything up.
Jeez.
We want it to all flow together.
Yeah.
And it all makes sense. Sometimes you can just put random tracks. Like in the first EP we had, Egos, 8 tracks.
But you
Just
just
a
skip
mix
it.
match
I don't
of
want
everything.
I don't want any skips on this mixtape.
Okay.
Yeah, we want everybody, when you listen to the first one, you have to, it makes sense to go to the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you listen to the second one, there's a continuation from
It's
the
like
second one to the
see
third
in
one.
the mixtape. It's like I'm breaking down what's been going on. Why I dropped. See when I took a break from music, I was homeless and stuff. So I'm basically breaking down what's been going on and why I haven't dropped any music. So I'm explaining, this happened in this moment in time. This happened in this moment in time.
All the
And I'm
best
here.
friends that
I'm here at the
died.
moment. I'm sorry for why this happened, and the future.
What's called like while you're creating this body work, like how long did it take you first of all?
A year and a half.
Like while this year you recorded the album, I mean recording the mixtape and like writing, excuse me, and like writing and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, did it kind of like bring you back to like like? Did you take a second to look back and be like, fuck, I actually did it. Like I got out of that situation. I'm not homeless anymore.
Yeah.
I'm back releasing music. Like, how did that feel? Like,
I just felt like, well, yes, I'm back, but a lot of work has to be done now because I feel like since I took that break, obviously a lot has slowed down for me, so I had to pick myself back up again.
Yeah, and I hear that. Did the pandemic have to play with that as well?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, because I was like, you said 2020 was when you just before the pandemic. A lot of people was like, people had projects from like January, February, March, and then March the world just shut down.
Yeah,
Especially if you picked up. I felt bad for people that had like picked up momentum then, and then the world shut down because you were just waiting. It's like, oh, okay, 2 weeks we'll be back, and then it just kept going. And I can understand how frustrating you'll feel like all the gains and the progress I've made. I essentially have to start from
I think
scratch.
the hardest thing with him was like getting people to believe in him again, that he's still in the
I'm still
game
here.
and he can still do it. And then building the team back around him again. Because every artist that I would have managed would have their own team in the sense of your own videographer that you work best with, your own photographer, your own PR girl, your own this and that. And I've formed that because there's no point of being in a room with people that you they don't relate with your creativity in your head and what vision you have. So I think that was the hardest part with him in the sense of kind of taking that fall back and then coming back and it's like, raw, how do I form this again?
I hear that. And then who inspires you then? You said Wayne, you kind of started Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, Meek Mill.
Meek Mill. Oh, that's a...
what kind of rapper would you say you are?
If it's a storytelling kind of thing, I do loads of different sounds. So if it's storytelling, I say I'm like a Santan Dave. Santan Dave.
I love me some
Is there storytelling in this album?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
I'm
of
going in with
storytelling.
high expectations. I'm
That's a high.
I'm going in with like expecting similes and alliterations and
Double entendres and all sorts.
And then and obviously there's in Ireland. Who is there features that you have on this album that we can look forward
Ooh,
to?
I have a very big feature.
Okay, don't give it away. Let people go listen to this album themselves.
Just wait till he's locked in.
Yeah?
It's gonna shake Ireland.
What's
Okay.
like? If you had to pick a song, each of you, if you had to pick a song, like never heard of Smilez before, never heard any of his music, he just dropped a new tape. What's the song you play? And it's like that will make them listen to the rest of the album.
From the new tape that's dropping.
For the new one that's dropping.
So hard.
good
So
ones,
many.
Like, say that again. So if I've never heard of
I've never heard of Smilez
but
before.
I've heard the project.
No, I've
No,
never heard of
I heard
Smilez
of
before.
that.
I watched the podcast. I saw he's dropping the project. All right, cool. I've never heard of him before. He gets one song. One
get
song
me in.
to get me
To listen to
interested
the rest of it.
in listening to the rest of the album. What song do you pick?
Council Estate Dreams.
Council Estate
Yeah,
Dreams.
There's a
100%.
track called Council Estate Dreams in
Yeah.
it. That's...
It's like it's not even
after.
like a song. It's like I'm talking throughout the
Yeah.
song. It's like I'm talking about what's been going on, but it sounded like I'm rapping. But I'm just literally talking.
It's like, do you know there's a song, Dave Ash has a song like that where like the beat stops. Maybe it's the one that his mom comes and talks in the end, and he's just talking to you, but in a rapping format, and it's like
Jay-Z loves to do that shit. He just in the middle of a bar, he'll just start talking to you, and then go back to
I love when
music.
Jay-Z does it when the beat's still going, but he was rapping, now he's just talking. He's not even rapping anymore. It's like he's just telling, he's like, that kind of stuff is cool. Now, fair play. And who do you want to kind of do work with, like I've heard the one with Larry Alabi and War, with Cello and all them. So in Ireland, who else did you want to work with or collab with? Because I also hear that rap is very competitive. Like you also want to be the best. That's what Simba's doing. Simba's then putting rappers like, what a concept.
So cool, man.
Somebody I'd love to get in a boot with from Ireland, that will be Jafaris. I think Jafaris would be sick.
Yeah, no, I think he would be sick.
Been around for a while.
I love rap beef. Like, forget all the extra stuff. I want the. Are you ready for the smoke?
I'm ready, bro.
If someone calls you outside, are you ready for that smoke?
I'm ready, bro. Thanks, bro.
I look at his lighting up. His face is lighting up. His son
Rappers are ready.
This would be like a Premier League rap.
But you know what? I think that's what Simba's Den is kind of giving that a little bit.
Yeah.
So I
without
like
giving the rap beef, it's just like, yo, this is the
Who do you
beef.
think would be a good match for me? I don't know who'd be a good match for me for that kind of.
See that I'm like him. I'm new to finding out these new artists because I don't know everybody.
Are you guys on top of the
I'm literally only like I'm only
Over last
starting to
year.
proper getting like I've always known like one-off people here and there, but like now I'm actually learning like. Before I didn't really have a lot of Irish music in my playlists and stuff. Now JLOL is coming on, Joey's coming on, Travis and Els is coming on. Do you get what I'm saying? Like people are finding their way into my playlist, so I don't.
They should do Travis versus Els.
Who just against that?
I don't know.
Honestly, personally for me, I think.
Els has the voice. That's what
I prefer Els, but
Travis very quick.
Travis is spinning him.
No. Okay, you know what it is, yeah. You know what it is.
They probably won't do it, but they should.
If I'm being real, I prefer Els, but I think if we're talking about technically rapping and shit, Travis is better.
Yeah. I think because I prefer Els.
And
I have to go back and listen.
Like I feel like it edges it, and I feel like each track one of them takes over, but it's not clear.
It's kind of like when
balance.
It's kind of when Jay-Z did Watch the Throne with Kanye. Every track you're like, who got the better one? Kanye. I think Kanye got the. This Jay-Z got the. I think that's what they have going on in
like
the album.
If you told me one was better than the other, I wouldn't be mad. I don't think it's so far clear.
No. But now he said Travis is spinning them.
Honestly, I think Travis just has it. He just has that like swag to him. You know what I mean? Just has like.
Let me ask you, who would be a good matchup for you?
We were talking about this in the taxi on the way.
I was gonna say that it wouldn't make sense for me to go up against Joe. You know what I mean? Joe.
Yeah, actually would. The two talent, Cancel Estate Dreams, Cancel Baby.
Yeah, but he's already.
No, I know he's that.
But,
I don't know.
They should even do like a tournament.
Because Joe's got that. Like, you know, everyone's kind of different. Joe's got that
dog in him.
like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, he's doing that real rap. Like, I'm just chatting to you. I'm letting you know, like, this is what I'm going. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people are more like, I'll give you bars. I'll give you this. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, what kind of category do you feel like you want to go against?
Who would I go against?
Someone that can rap.
It's hard, bro. Honestly, 'cause I don't think there's many rappers like me in Ireland, bro. Like, actually just break it down and like go into detail with the raps. Like,
And that's what. Is that the. See, when you're doing the Simba's Den concept, it's like when you're talking about the details. Sometimes I don't even listen to the details of what they're saying. Like obviously you do pick up on it, but I'm more picking up for like, okay, the technique, the flow, the bar. Like, can you actually like rap? It's only when I go listen to like a project, then I'm start picking up on more of the details. Okay, what is he trying to tell me? This beat works better for this song. Like that's kind of when I do it. But in that concept of Simba's Den, I'm like, I'm just here to you to bar, and who's doing it better, kind of thing.
It's cool, man. Like I said, I love rap beef, man. Go back and forth.
I feel like everyone that's Simba's Den, they're all going for these punchlines and shit. But I don't think I'll even try to go for that. I just do what I have to do and just.
Simba, give this guy a call, man. Yeah, it is true though, because you do hear the little simulate like metaphors and punchlines. I'm in a den in a den like Simba. I hear it. See, these are conversations that like if you have it, they'll say what.
As I said at the very beginning, it's a 30-second era, that generation that we're living in. Everybody's trying to do their punchlines, so you get those little snippets that they can just post.
I hear that's actually a good point because it is.
At the end of the day, Simba's just gonna do that. We're just promoting it. He's just gonna take a snippet.
When they say his name, it's like when they said if I ever took a lost charge to the game.
That was hard.
That's the intro for the podcast.
You know,
that's it.
I'm so happy that when we were mentioned it wasn't a dead song. I would hate if someone mentioned this and it's a song I didn't like.
No, it's proud, but I think that's it. So what is the?
I have new hopes of I have new hopes of hosting a mixtape. So anyone hit me up if you want me to host your mixtape.
I still don't know what you mean by hosting a mixtape.
Like just come in. Okay, like you see the way that on Full Circle, Dongo comes in a certain part.
Yes.
But this you be more in. more than just one skit or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like introduce the mixtape, blah blah.
That's like Kanye's first album, College Dropout. I forget who it was. I think it was D. Ray Davis.
Yeah.
Basically intro out the
Bro,
comedian.
Bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When is the album dropping? Project, fucking mixtape. Sorry.
End of the month. June. 1st of June.
1st of June. And any listening parties or?
Yeah, we've got a listening party 4th of June.
Okay.
So like 2 days after, pretty much.
So that's a bank. I think that's
Hopefully you have you guys coming through.
Yeah. We'll be there. It's a banker, isn't it?
Yeah.
That 4th of June. I think.
It's going to be in Tala.
That's no
problem.
Sunday.
They've got a nice venue, probably like 200 people. Got merch, CDs. We've got photo shoots. Got everything on the day. So just make sure pre-order that.
No, the pressure that like we're talking about with the pod. It's like it's nice that we have like an ecosystem that we can all work together. Like we have the rappers, the podcasters, the influencers. That's like we didn't have this when we were growing up. We didn't.
Like 5 years ago, it was like we were all developing our shit.
Yeah.
You get me? So when we had an artist, then we have this single, and we're looking at the ecosystem in the UK and America, and like, look all this run they're doing.
Yeah.
Their shit. Like, where do we go? Do we go to the corporate, to the radios, RTs? But they don't even look at us because we're nobodies anyways. You know what I mean? They don't want all the Nile Horans and this and that to come in. So now, like, having this project, and it's like, we've got all of this stuff that's developed after COVID. Let's make use of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you're even talking about Slick. Like, Slick, I've known Slick 10 years making music because he's from Balbriggan. So, his brother was my friend growing up. So I've known him, like, just to even see him now having, like, a studio and a space. I'm like, I always think, like, people just see that and be like, oh, look at him. I'm like, no, bro's been doing this music thing when I was like 15 years old. He still keep going.
Do music now, think that he's just like, he's just right. He tells them like, yo, I've been doing this 10 years. What?
Yeah, you did it time.
I was recording in my friend's bedroom, bro. Like people don't even know without what you call them foamy things that like for the sound and that. Them sound clips. None of that. Like the studio was scrapped.
But that's it. Like, you have to start from somewhere, and that's like. It is gonna be the next generation. Like we're talking about our children, they're gonna be like they still have a dad that has connection. They're just gonna walk into studios and they're gonna have like they're starting at level 50. They're starting level 50.
I was gonna ask because what's called. I remember I sent you Jordy dropped a freestyle, and I feel like as Irish, like in the Irish scene, do we have freestyles? And do you feel like it's important for rappers to have freestyles?
Yeah, I think Dare Fatch have one. Dare Fatch TV doing their Bars of the Session. That's a freestyle platform. They kind of stopped.
New Era used to do it as well.
They're doing a New Era, doing this another platform. They kind of gone quiet for a bit. And the Native TV as well. They've got
Frosted
Kill the Beat or something like
KTV,
that. So yeah, I think there needs to be more. I think there needs to be more on the corporate level as well.
Not really consistent with it as well. Like.
Yeah. Consistent where when you look at the UK, you've got
Behind Bars,
Daily Duppy, Bars. What's that mixtape Madness? Where
they had Charlie Sloth as well.
Like there's a lot and there's rated. When you go on them platform, it's like, bro, you're verified. You get me? So
but you don't think eventually we'll get to that as well? Like you're saying, 100%. 5 years ago. The ecosystem wasn't where it is now. I know we can't help it but look at the UK, but because they're just an hour flight away. We just look at like, look what they're doing over there. But we are the generation starting all of this over here. Whereas they've probably had 2 or 3, even Wiley started back then. They've had rappers in the game 20
Wiley,
years.
Kano, Skepta era.
But what we need like what's called like a iconic freestyle. Do you get what I'm saying? Like all of those platforms, they had a freestyle like what's called like Fire in the Booth. People talk about K Coke's Fire in the Booth like it's crazy, or people talk about like Wretch's Fire in the Booth. It's crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like for the platform to become solid, you need one of those freestyles that
they should have kept it going after JB2. To be honest, I mean JB2 with the fucking. Bars of the Sess.
He did for a bit and then it just died off. But I know they're definitely recording now again and they'll pick up again. Because a lot of the Irish youths will look into that and there are a lot of tuning in. Oh shit, that artist is on that. And I feel like a lot of the big artists need to give their time into these freestyle platforms. Because until they do it, it becomes verified where then the whole generation.
I feel like a lot of people in Ireland feel like they're too cool to like collab with other people, bro. That's what it is. They're too tough, too street.
They think they've made it before they made it.
Because you know,
I always say this about Ireland. People try to protect reputation that they don't even have yet.
No, they don't have
I always like, why are you trying to protect an image that doesn't even exist. But again, we all live in like little ecosystem. We all live in our bubbles in our group chat.
Island is small, isn't it?
They're letting you know in your group chat you're the guy. So you think outside I'm the guy, but you think you're too cool for school because you've released one song.
But as a rapper, that's your time to come out and pop out and let everybody know I'm fucking better than you.
I used to be like that. I used to be like stuck up my own ass as well. I used to be thinking, nah, I can't go to Paul. Why am I talking to these next man? I already have all these views. But at the end of the day, I'm still going back to my Gaff and McWilliam, you know what I mean? So nothing's changed.
I had a friend like that, and he was actually very good, like technical rapper. He was very good. He was Angolan as well. And the thing is, the bar for his like satisfaction was low. If he put out a song and one girl in like 10 years like, yo, that's cold. That's it. For him, he's like gas. He's not gonna like you're saying, yo, press it, go on that. But that's what I'm saying. Like he'll do like one thing like that. One girl will gas him. And he won't drop anything again for like 2 years, and he thinks to just come back and like, bro, like the song, you are good, but again, if you're trying to do too stoosh, too cool, you will lose momentum, and there's people that are gonna keep going
like that as well. That's one thing I've learned. I can't act too big-headed or not talk to certain fans and reply. Now I'll be replying when fans text me. I'll be replying like mad. I'll be replying to them straight away. Like
you posting your things. I think you need to know where you stand.
Perfect.
You need to know where you stand.
And Irish people are very observative of this as well. Like they watch how you like treat them back when they're trying to show you love. If it's not given back, you cut off.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what we said at the start. Celebrity is about like more. It's about being close to your fans now. So if the more distant that you are to your fans, there's another rapper that's replying to all the fans, and like they feel like they know him, and like that's why I'm enjoying this video run. The first person that we've had from the music scene was Cello, and we thought like, okay, he's done festivals, he's done all of that maybe, but then the energy he gives you, it's like he hasn't achieved all those things yet. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool to see that where I'm looking at you is like, this guy is doing festivals. I'm like, he's doing all this run and he's here, but again, he's humble, he gives you the energy, he hasn't done that, he'll talk to you, and then you're like, you know what, I respect that. But if you came on podcasts on other people's platform and you're still doing too cool for school, looking on your phone, then we're gonna be like, that guy's never coming back. That guy's never coming back.
And I feel like it's one of those situations as well. That's how you build those loyal fans. Like, because a lot of people have fans, but they don't have people that supporters, like people that will spend money on them. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when you treat people like that and people fuck with you like that, that's when, oh, I got merch. Like, even look, we made some merch and people wanted to fuck with us. You get what I'm saying? Like, they actually bought merch. I thought it was funny. Like, he's gonna buy charger merch. Like, why? Do you get what I mean? But like, when you have people that fuck with you and you kind of like interact with those people, it keeps a lasting impression. I think that's why people like Wale and J. Cole, when they were doing like the college tours back then, they got a lot of fans from there, and those fans are like, they're older now, they're 30, they're diehard fans still. They'll still buy everything, do everything. Do you get what I mean? Like,
it was just a clever idea because it said like all of J. Cole's fans now are in their 30s. His initial fans, like in 2011, those college students now are in their 30s. And I recently saw a tweet saying like, oh, 30-year-old looks like they're having real fun now. I was like, yeah, because now they have real money. Like they've actually worked to make real money. So now they're starting to have fun. And who do they go to when J. Cole is here every time? They remember that he pulled up for me in my college. He was here in front of my face. Now that I have money, people don't mind flying across the country to see their artists that they grew up on. So I really, like I said, I reiterate, I like that we're doing this now. It's all a collaborative effort, and there is an ecosystem. So it's not just share the link. I can't wait for the mixtape. I'm gonna be there quick. I'm gonna hopefully it gives an invite to the listening party. I will be there. And thank you.
You guys are part of the industry now. You're part of the ecosystem.
That word makes me laugh. So, do you think? Because the word industry, I feel like until we start making money, like real money, that's an industry for me. Anyways, I understand we have to put like a name into what it is, like the ecosystem, like the scene. But for me, sometimes I just hear like, oh, even my missus says it all the time. It's like, you should know him. You're part of the industry. I'm like, industry. It's like industry. That's what it is.
It's weird. Actually, one last question for you. Oh fuck, what was my question again? Fuck, I forgot my question.
Ask them to listen, but I can't wait. Tell them more too when the album's out. And
album's out on June the 4th. Mixtape listening party will be June the 4th. That's when it's gonna be.
That's what it's gonna be. And hopefully it'll be there. Well, thank you guys for coming. Like I always tell everybody, if you guys like, I know you're on the business side, you're on the music side. If you're managing other artists as well. So if you guys have anything to ever want to promote or want to share with the world, or if you just want to come and have chat with the lads, we're here. Just let us know. And
thanks for making us welcome.
No problem. If you guys didn't like anything that was said on this podcast today, well, you can charge it to the game. Thank you for listening.
Charge it to the game. Boom.